Hi there. So in previous videos we have looked into different digital audio workstation and how to configure MIDI audio and how to use the library to store presets. Now we will take things a bit further and see how to store presets for external synthesizers and how to integrate and bring in also outboard gear. Like in my case it would be the Lexicon reverb plate unit that I will use as an example. So this will demonstrate from different digital audio workstations how to do it in practice, so that when you have an external synthesizer or you want to use an outboard gear, you find out how to actually bring them into your configuration with your favorite digital audio workstation. Let's start with the Ableton Live and see how Ableton Live is configured to be used with external synthesizers and outboard gear in order to call them from your library as a preset. How to create a preset for external synthesizers and outboard gear in Ableton Live. First, of course, you need to go into a browser and you have there two different devices that you will use to configure these things. Let's start with the synthesizer. So that is basically used in Ableton Live as an external instrument. And so you need to go to an instrument section, and from there you can drag and drop or double click an external instrument, and it will create a track with external instrument into. Now, if you remember, we discussed in the previous sessions also about the seed sheet. It's extremely handy to document all your stuff into a Excel or whatever to realize that, you know, if you need to use a synthesizer, external synthesizer, how it is configured, what is the MIDI channel, and so on and so forth. So when you keep this document updated, it's always easier for you to configure this and use the external gear. So let's go with the OBX8, and we go into first we go and set MIDI, and from there I found OBX8. Then I noticed from my seed sheet that it was channel 10, and then again an output I need to get from OBX8 and was 2526. And we can go and recall, yeah, it was 2526, but I had already named them. How to name these I showed in the previous sessions where I discussed about audio configuration in different DAWs. So this is basically covered in those videos, so you can check them out. So now I have configured the external instrument, the MIDI part and the audio part, and then now it should be basically ready to go. And yes, everything works fine, so all the routings and everything is in place, and now I can hear the OBX8 inside my Ableton Live. Now if I would like to save this preset, I just go over here and click and save it. OBX8. And next time when I would need to use it, I'll just cut this from here. Next time when I need to use it, I just drag and drop it, and I have it automatically set. I don't need to do anything. So it basically is like any instrument within the Ableton Live. You just basically drag and drop it, and it's ready to be used. So that's how you can configure all your external instruments, synthesizers or whatever. And I have done so for all my synths that I have in my system, in my studio. So they are all here, and this is the way you basically configure them. So if you go into user libraries, now you have here one, and that's pretty much it for the external synthesizers. When it comes to using an audio effect, an outboard gear, an external outboard gear, there basically you have ability to bring in an external audio effect. I already had, of course, configured mine, but I'll just show it as an example how to do it. So you take this external audio effect and you drag and drop it into your channel. And then, of course, now you could go and visit your seed sheet to see that, where did the audio was routed. It was 27, 28. When it comes in, when it goes out, it's also 27, 28. And now it's easy for me to go here and find 27, 28, as well as to go here and find 27, 28. And I might lower a gain a bit so that it doesn't go that hot into the effect. And now you can hear that the sound changes when I have the effect enabled from the outboard here. Light change, there is a bit of an ambience in it. Longer and more kind of stereo type of ambience comes through the lexicon. And then, of course, if you would like to save this one, the same thing applies over here. So you go into it and you basically then type the name and you save it. And then you have it. I'll just say escape here because I already have saved it. But that's how you would do it. So you go over here into the save button, you save it and name it, and then also you can map it into your effects. Like, depends of course what kind of collections you have. But I have selected into my effects collection. So now if I go over here, I have it on top, and then I have another set of effects that are pretty much VSTs. Anyway, now if I would need to recall my lexicon into this track, I just go and drag and drop it, and it's there. So that's the way to go with external synthesizers and outboard gear, and how to configure those in Ableton Live. It's pretty straightforward and easy peasy in that respect, and easy to recall them after you have done it once. You don't need to remember them again, and you can quickly and easily use them. Okay, so that was Ableton Live and how Ableton Live was configured to be used with external synthesizers and outboard gear. Next we will do it in Pro Tools, so remember to subscribe for the channel for more content. Thanks for watching, stay tuned, bye.